Hello? Can you hear me now? There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. So here we are for the Hungarian Grand Prix round 14. We currently have Banter Brandon leading the standings. And we will see who leaves the pit lane first. We can see movement in the Ferrari pit lane. Oh, we also have an Aston Martin out on track. Let me just... full track map. Yeah, so we do have Sus in the Aston Martin coming out on tracks today. Coming out today first. This is an interesting one. It's a very tricky track to be overtaken on. So qualifying here is very, very important. And I'm expecting it to be very close for the top here. As the Mercedes is meant to be is quite quick in those slow corners. But obviously the Ferrari and the Red Bull have unbelievable cars here as well. See, who else do we have on track? We have behind Sus, we have, I believe, is it Rob J? No. Adman? Yeah, we have the Mercedes, no, the Alpine of Adman, tried by the Ferrari of Bad Boy, as well as Maxi Block out on track, and Rob J. Lewis, who will follow Sus on his first flying lap. Makes his way around the first corner, keeping it nice and close. We'll go on board. This is a tricky track as well, with track limits going through its next sector. Getting nice and early on that throttle. Flat out through that quick right-hander. Just want to let off a little bit here on the fast left. Careful with track limits. Don't want to get too much curb on that corner there, because it is very easy to spin out. It's a very tricky chicane. Get it right and get on the throttle. As you can see, your back end steps out constantly. That would have lost him quite a bit of time in the Aston Martin. But he will continue the lap, as you would expect. Apart from that, it's not been a bad lap here from Sus in the Aston Martin. Apart from that small mistake. And a nice little bit of curb there, nice on the throttle. This is quite a tricky corner, I believe, for the exit here. It's really hard to keep this track all together. It's quite hard to keep your back end in. He tries to get early out on the throttle in this last corner. DRS open, he comes to the line with a 1:19.6. As we see, as the Alpine comes through of Adman Trev, how this is going to compare. That looked like a better exit, and it's a 1:17.5, which is a great lap. Next across the line we will have Bad Boy Man with a 1:16.9 in the Ferrari. Sure, he's happy with that, as the Alvaro Alpine is just about to come across the line with Maxi Block, a 1:17.4. So it's very tight between this Alpine pair here. We are going to get Rob J. Lewis across the line now. Oh, he's spun out in sector 3. Very unlucky. Who else we got on a lap? Cyclo on a lap in the Mercedes. See how he does. Nice and tight for that left-hander. Nice on the throttle. Oh, his back end is gone there. Oh, that is not what you want to be seeing. That is not going to fill you confidence, and especially in a Mercedes, you only really want to be using one set of tyre in Q1. I wonder if he'll stay out on these tyres and go for another one, or if they've been ruined. We do have Zetti on an out lap. Now, Alvaro on a lap, but he hasn't validated, so he'll probably go around and go for another lap. I believe he will be, yeah. Cyclo has pulled out of his lap, so he might be going for another one, trying to get through on those one set of tyres. Zetti has started his lap in the Haas. Ifni will be starting from the back of the grid today. He has taken his engine penalty, and so the last one of that. and so we'll be starting at the back of the grid. Nula in the pit. Yeah, Alvaro did start a new lap. And we're right on board with the Alfa Romeo. We've gone a bit wide there, but we'll get a nice exit hopefully. Getting on the throttle nice and early. Making us around this. Oh, that will be invalidated. That is unlucky for the Alfa Romeo. We got to Cyclo, who should be, yeah, who's also gone for another lap. Sure, he's hoping to get through on this one set of tyres in the Mercedes. Already trying to push for a result today here in Hungary, where his car should be quite good for him. Oh, there's another big snap. That is not going to be good. He might have to go on another set of tyres. His teammate is behind him on his outlap. We'll have to see what Cyclo can do. Oh, there's another big snap. The setup might just be all wrong. His tyres are duckered. We're going to have to... Yeah, we'll move on. We do have a yellow flag in one of the McLarens. I think he might just be letting people through. I'm not too sure what happened there. Got anyone on a lap? Alvaro going for another one. This will be his third attempt, I think, of a lap on these tyres. Have to see how he can do. We do have the driver in Aston Martin. His name is actually the driver, and on a lap now as well. T's in the Williams has just started. No, is it the Williams? I believe it is. Yeah, in the Williams just starting his lap. Yeah. Oh, it does say that Alvaro's got a purple first. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll have to see at the end of the lap. He's getting a nice ride in the curbs there. Bit wide. And he makes it through. Nice ride in the curb there as well. Seems to really be pushing the limits as much as he can. I haven't really seen any snaps from Alvaro here, but we'll have to see as he carries on where he's going to be able to put this Alfa Romeo. Most drivers are now out on a lap, which you'd expect. People slowing down. Ifney has retired before he's doing a lap because, as I said, yeah, he's starting from the back today. So the first challenge will be very interesting to see in that Red Bull. Oh, I've missed Jake the Lab. Jake the Lab has put a phenomenal lap there in at the Mercedes. 3 tenths quicker than the Ferraris. He lets go the Aston Martin. Alvaro did put his Alfa Romeo P7, only 0.05 of a second behind. Oh, but what just happened? Oh, Suss is retired. Who's going around there now? I didn't know that. Has he lost it on the track? What's happened? So Suss has dropped down to P15 from retiring. Has he just lost it on the exit here? Oh my god, he has. So as a retirement for the Aston Martin, as Neela goes P1 with a 1:16.3, once again 3 tenths quicker than the previous pole sitter of Jake the Lad in the Mercedes. Oh, Banter Brandon, our current championship leader, is currently on a lap. We'll have to see what he can do. He is already running away with this league. If it's going to get the standings up quickly, I believe he's 130 points clear, maybe. So he is running away with it currently. But we do have quite a tight battle for seconds with 17 points between them, which can change in a race. That'll be very interesting. We do see Banter Brandon coming down. DRS open now with a 1:16.4, putting his car P2 only 1 tenth, less than a tenth, like 3 tenths away, 3/100ths away from Nula's time. There were some very, very good laps. As I said, qualifying here is very, as we do have an Alpha Tauri round there. And is that the Alpha Tauri of Fanthonius? They spun it. It's quite a common place for it to spin, to be honest. I am not surprised to see many cars spinning out of there. I see many cars now re-entering the pit. Let me just get this driver's standings. So yeah, currently we have Banter Brandon clear of 123 points. And only 16 points, between Jake Dalad and Nula. And the Red Bull is then... what? 12 points behind them as well, maybe? Yeah, 12. So it is quite close there for P2, but as I said, Ifney will be starting from the back. We've got Fanthonius is coming into the pit lane now. The driver coming to the end of his lap, see if he can push his car any further forward. Oh, is he just starting a lap? Starting a lap. So we're right on board with the driver in the Aston Martin. Making his way down this fast left-hander. Really hard to keep control, try and avoid curb but get as close to it as possible through that right-hander. We do see Jake Dalad, Bad Boy Man and Max got all retire in the pit lane, very comfortable with their times there. So will not waste another set of tyres. Would not be surprised if we then see the front two do that as well. The Ferrari of Nula as well as the Red Bull of Banter Brandon. It's quite a tidy lap here from the driver. You haven't really seen any big snaps of oversteer. He's been keeping it quite clean. But yeah, so we'll see what this time gets him. See if it can move him up a couple of places, make him a bit more comfortable. It does. So 120.7. You have Geordie Lad now on a little flying lap in the Haas. Newlet has retired in the pit lane as suspected. We do have the Alfa Romeo of Alvaro out again on fresh tyres, I'd assume. Yes, they are. The driver is on 4-lap-old tyres, so 120 on 4-lap-old tyres is not bad, especially here in Hungary where the tyres die off very quickly. And so I would not expect anything else apart from a medium of hards to hards today in the race, as tyres are very hard to preserve around this track. Jordy Ladd is on his lap now. As he comes around the swooping right-hander, keeping it quite nice, getting as much curb as possible there. Quick left-hander, very nice. Oh, getting a little snap there and going a bit wide onto the grass. He kept it very nicely, Geordie Lad. Going through the chicane now. Getting on the throttle quite early. And taking this quite nice considering his snap into the grass. His back end looks a little bit wavy there, but he is continuing on. Quick right-hander. This left hand is quite hard to get the hang of. He's done it very nicely there, getting on the throttle nice and quick, using as much of the track as possible. In the Haas, it should be a very nice little lap here, as he comes to the line with a 1:18.7, putting him in P2, 2 tenths behind his teammate Zetu in the Haas. The Alpines have got a very strong time if we look up on the track. We are now watching Alvaro, who just finished the lap, I believe. P6. Yeah, I think he's just finished the lap. He's got no DRS left. Both McLarens now retiring. I'm sure more and more drivers will go as they start to realise Ifney's out, and so they have to be quicker than two other people who are currently Rob J. Lewis and the Aston Martin of the driver. We do have Rob J on a lap though, as he's a 10th up on his time. Oh, we do have more drivers joining. Kieran has just joined. I don't know if he's able to put a lap in. I don't really know how that works. He gets a 1:21, Rob J. Lewis, who... Yeah, it's quite a nice lap. Kieran has... And Liam, 15, has just joined, I think. And he will be going straight out for a lap in his AlphaTauri. Oh, what's that? A spin from Rob J on his in lap. Yeah, what happens? The driver is still going. He's going for another lap now, trying to get out of Q1. He has to beat a 1:19.6 needs to improve his time by 1 second and the 1/10. We're going to watch on board for this one, as this will be his final lap, and we're going to see what he can do. Kieran Liam is on his out lap. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to actually set a lap here, so he may also be out in Q1. Rob J looks as if he will be out, as he does not have enough DRS to do another lap. So only driver now in the Aston Martin can make a difference to this order, and it'll be by knocking his teammate out of Q1 as well. So either way, we will be seeing an Aston Martin out in Q1. He's taking it very nicely. You can see, honestly, he's got nothing to lose now, so you expect him to go for it in every chance he gets. Every corner, absolutely sending it. And saying that, you definitely saw he was, and he just loses it. His back end gone. And did Kieran get his lap in? He did start a lap, so this can also change the order. I did not think he'd get there, but he has. Unlucky Rob J. He said he had enough against the 119s, but he's messed it up. That's very unlucky. As you can see, the AlphaTauri of Kieran and Liam, the only lap of his after joining late. Can he get out and make his way into Q2 in the AlphaTauri? He really needs to leave nothing out there to this lap, making sure he uses as much as he can. The 55.8 sector 2 split, apparently purple. This should be a good lap if that's correct, and he should be making his way out as long as he can make it to the finish line now. DRS open, making it to the checkered flag. There's a P10, a 1:18.1, which is 9 tenths quicker than his teammate Anthonius, who's just missed out. No, who's just got into Q2 in P15. So that is it for Q1. As we can see, Newell at fastest currently with a 1:16.3, but I'm sure as the track ramps up, very closely behind by 0.03 of a second. We had Banter Brandon, the current leader of the championship, and out of the race we have Ifney with a penalty, so did not set a lap. Rob J. Lewis with a 1:21. The driver in the Aston Martin and the other Aston Martin of Sus. So the Aston Martins are out, one Williams and a Red Bull. And that Red Bull could be fighting for P2 in the championship. So we're expecting to see him make his way through the places in the race as we do head into Q2 now. Where another 5 drivers will be knocked out before Q3, where we set the final standings of the race. As I said, qualifying is so important here in Hungary. I actually can't stress that enough. It's such a hard track to overtake on, and if you know how to defend, you're set if you're P1. It is a very tricky track to overtake on, as you will see later in the race. I do wonder who will be out first. Most drivers will be able to have 2 sets available to them, 2 sets of softs in Q2 here. As I currently cannot see any movement. Oh, we do have movement. I don't know why I say that so early every time. Leading is Tees in the Williams. I've said this in the previous times I've commentated. Oh, he has spun it out the corner. The first corner. Cold tyres. But Tees does usually outshine his car. He's a very quick driver and really does push that Williams way above and beyond you'd ever think it could go, especially fighting against some of the top tier cars like the Mercedes. So yeah, we will watch Tees on his first lap. Oh, we do have cars in front of him though, if you have a little look at who they are. So we do have Cyclo behind. We have Maxi Block leading the pack, as well as Antonius, I believe, yeah. As well. But I want to go on board with Tees, because this man, I don't understand it, but he always does so well in this Williams. He seems like he has a great understanding of the car, even though, well, it is not one of the best out there at all. But he, week in, week out, really shines in this car, so we're going to see what he can do here in Hungary. Takes a nice wide line to start his lap to get us on the throttle as soon as possible. And as he starts his lap, we'll see what he can do. Nice, close to the apex there. Oh, a little back in, trying to get away from him there. A little moment. Like I said, most drivers will have 2 sets of tyres to go through into Q2 with. As we do see him taking the curb nicely there. Really not afraid to use it. So a little bit wide of that curve there, because that is a dangerous one. The chicane is quite tricky. You want to be on the throttle as early as possible there and make sure of it. As you take these swooping corners, which really do damage to your tyres in the race. We have a spin in sector 2, which looks like a Ferrari, no, an Alfa Romeo, sorry. But we are going to, I believe this Alvaro on his outlap, maybe moving over. This is a nice tidy lap from Tees here. Maxi Block does start us off with 1:17.7. Then gets topped by the Alfa Tauri Antonius with a 1:17.3. Tees with a 1:17.8, only 1/10 behind the Alpine. So we move down to Cyclo, who will not be the next across the line. We'll move down to Bad Boy Man, who will be the next across the line in the Ferrari. Of a 1:17.3, 1,000th of a second behind the Alpha Tauri. As we do move down to Nula, who, oh my god, it's Cyclo now, next across the line. With a 1:17.9, and Nula does go Q1 with a 1:16.8, which is a great lap to start off Q2 with. So that's a phenomenal lap here from the Alpha Tauri of Antonius. 1,000th of a second quicker than the Ferrari of Bad Boy Man. And then followed by the Alpines. Together still, with only 1/10 between them. Why does this one look brighter? Oh, it could be the sun. Tees only a 10th off the Alpine, left ahead. Cyclo again 1/10 behind the Williams. I did say the Williams does fight. With George Ladd and the Haas for 1:18.2. We do have Jake Ladd on a lap now. We also have Alvaro, so we'll go watch Alvaro. He's about to finish his lap. So he's going around these last few corners. Bit wide there on the exit. I think he's about to start that one. I'll put you back on, don't I? There we go. So yeah, he just finished his lap with a 1:18.8. Take the lad also out on a lap. Starting in sector 2. This is the fast swooping sector. Before it does damage the tyres. Very hard to keep them in heat or purple middle sector. Late break there, but he's done it very well. A little bit wide maybe for Jake the lad. A little wider than he would have liked to have gone. This is quite a nice lap as it looks though. He does make his way to the line with a 1:16.6. That is a phenomenal lap, ahead of Nula in the Mercedes there. That is a great lap. I believe he's one of the ones that are fighting for P2 in the championship. So that's a great lap. He's already showing some good pace. Yeah, so now he's conserving these tyres, making his way around slowly. We will move on to Banter Brandon, the current championship leader. I'm sure he will be showing some pace. Yeah, the lad is currently P2, so he'll be trying to preserve that here in Hungary. And he's showing it with an unbelievable pace in the Mercedes. Banter Brandon and the Red Bull. We've always seen great pace from him. He's coming around his last corner. Early on the throttle. Already booming the Red Bull pace out of that. That's a 1:16.2. Oh my word, is that a good lap. That's phenomenal, that. That is a man who can push the limits of a track. 4 attempts quicker than Jake the lad, and 6 attempts quicker than Nula. That is why he is leading the championship. That is a great lap. He's now on a lap with some fresh tyres. He'll be pushing and pushing to keep this Williams here in, to try and make this Williams get into Q3. Jake the lad has retired in the pit lane, so he is very happy with his time and does not think, well, he does think it's strong enough to get him into Q3. The Red Bull just going off there to give the Williams a space. Lovely racing from him. I don't understand. Like, he's just Teed is just so clean on the throttle. He just seems so just at it with the car. He is 3 attempts quicker currently on his old time, which would put him into a very nice position in that Williams. He will open the DRS for the last time on the start-finish straight. And he's a 1:17.2 in the Williams, putting P4, 5 tenths quicker than his old time. That's a really good lap. Really good lap. But we do have Kieran on our lap now, as well as Rick Van Velden in the McLaren. I don't really feel like I've talked to myself in the McLaren. I do really like their new livery. I don't know what it is, it's just really nice. I'm quite happy they made it, to be honest. It does look really good. But we do see him on a lap. Oh, he's just lost it there, and that's it for Rick Van Velden. He was retired. He will be out in Q2, starting P15, as long as Kieran can make a lap, and there we are. Rick Van Velden will be starting P15, sadly for him in that McLaren. Kieran did just finish a lap with a 1:18.1, not safe at the moment. He does need to gain 2 tenths to make himself go through. He does have enough time to go in and get another lap done. Ooh. So no one's currently out on that. Oh no, we do. No, he's just finished his lap, hasn't he? Yeah, is you on the lap? Oh, you are. Jordan is on a lap in the Haas and fresh tyres. So he will be wanting to improve by about 3-4 tenths. Let's see what his XT time is. He's tenths slower currently. Maybe he can make up a load of time in this last sector. This is really what we'd be looking for. If not, I think he'd pit and try and get on for another lap. As we do see, I'm assuming he wasn't up on this time. Get some fresh tyres on and go again. As we do wait, here we go. Everyone is now out for their last laps, leading on the Cyclo, who is at the moment in the danger zone, followed by the two Alpines, who are also in a bit of a risky spot. So they'll all be looking to improve on their times. As we also have Alvaro out, who will be trying to get out of the bottom 5. But I feel like, I don't know, he might struggle a little bit in the Alfa Romeo. I think he might have the pace. Jordi Lad, I know, is quick as well. So the pressure is on for this Mercedes, really. Needs to improve on his time here. Psycho is about to start his lap, heating up them tyres, making sure they're at the nice temperature of around the low 90 degrees, 91 to 95. He's going to make sure he tries to get the best exit he can. Looked like a really powerful exit, to be fair to him. 3 minutes left in the clock. Knew that Doug retire in the pit lane. Cyclo is going to leave everything out on this track now. You'd expect this probably will be his final lap. I reckon people are going out a little bit early in case they invalidate and they have enough time to do another one. As it is it's 3 tenths up on his time cycle, so you'd expect he would have made a mistake in the first lap, or the track was just ramped up immensely. But this is looking good for Cyclo here. Oh, it all snapped, but I'm sure he still kept hold of it and the time. We will check on the sector 2 split. It is 7 tenths up on his time still. Purple for my screen, so this could be a phenomenal lap here by Cyclo, really showing the pace now. 7 tenths up, you'd expect that to be quite safe, wouldn't you? He's making his way around the final corner early on the throttle. Oh, that's great. And then great car control. You do see when you get early on that throttle, you do just feel the car trying to step away, but he's done it. And he does put his car P4 with a 1:16.9. That is showing the pace that we knew he had. Maxi Block in the Alpine also showing great pace as a 1:17.0, only 1 tenth off of that Mercedes. Adman Trev, he must not have improved in his time really. He's on 1:17.6, maybe there's a mistake made, but he is now in the danger zone. Alvaro did get 5 tenths quicker, apparently on my screen, but did not improve in position. Kieran got a 1:18.1. Oh no, he's got on his lap now. Okay, so we are going to watch Kieran in the AlphaTauri try and move out of, try and make it out of Q2 here and into Q3. All he has to get 5 attempts quicker to beat the Alpine of Adman Trev's time. He is just under a tenth up on his time currently from sector 1. It's not a bad start. Oh, he does go a little bit wide there. He just ride the curb around that corner. That is unlucky there. But we do have Joy Lad on the lap, also trying to get out. Needs 6 tenths improvement. So that yellow curb, sausage curb there on the left, you just can't, once you're on it, there's no getting off it. So you just ride it and there's nothing you can do. That's quite unlucky for the AlphaTauri driver. But we do have that Haas and Joy Lad trying to make a difference to this order. Alvaro is out. Has he crashed or is he just retired? I'm not 100% sure. Alvaro is out, and now Zetu and the two Haas drivers are the ones to make the difference in this, if they can. As we do have the Haas going around the last corner now of Geordie Lad. Can he move up in the pecking order? And he does, but only just above his teammate into P11. And so will not be making it through to Q3. Can Zetu make a difference? He's currently 1/10 down his time going into Sector 3. And he wants to be making it through, as you expect, really. Oh, will he get through? Will he be able to knock the Alpine of Adnan Trev out of the top 10? He does not. He only improves on his time by a very small margin. And that is it. So that is it for Q2. So we do have the two Hasses out in a P11 and 12. The AlphaTauri of Kieran and Liam out in P13, and Alvaro out as well in the Alfa Romeo. And Rick Van Velden did not get the chance to set a proper lap after spinning out and crashing. So these 5 drivers are out. And as we see, look to the top quickly, Banter Brandon with a phenomenal lap, 3 tenths quicker than Jake the Lad in the McLaren, and Newler there chasing 5 tenths behind. Jake the Lad is battling for that P2 position, so in the championship, and that is a great showing, and see if he can continue this pace into Q3. I have mentioned it a lot, but qualifying, this is the one that counts now. This is where they're going to leave it all out on track. They're gonna do a banker probably straight away, and then wait, and then they'll wait a little bit, and then they'll put it all out on the track. This is when we're going to see their proper these top 10 drivers pace on this track. We will see Jake the Lad really pushing it to the limits, trying to, keep his P2 safe as possible. We also see the Ties did make it as well in that Williams into the top 10. All these drivers' real pace are going to be showing now, as the Alpine does lead us out once again. Maxi block. Oh, Niels, I haven't spoke about today, I don't think. In the McLaren, sneaking his way also into the top 10. Predictions. Oh. I'd have to say, I do feel like Banter Brandon will find his way on top. He's just got unbelievable pace. I also think Jake the Lad is fighting as well, so we will see him push loads. It's going to be tight between Jake the Lad and Newler for P2, but we will have to see. Also, Bad Boy Man hasn't set like a last lap yet, so I feel like we have pace to see from him. It's going to be tight for that P2. It is going to be very tight. We will have to see. We will watch Maxi Block lead us out and set the first lap of Q3. Will he take an aggressive approach, or will he just set a banker, make sure he gets the time in, make sure, he's safe, he's got a lap. As we do enable the telemetry and the lap times, we do see him bursting down that straight. It's that quick left hand, which we do have to brake dramatically for after going up for a DRS straight. We do have a car that needs to move out the way there. That is a bit of a late move, but it should be fine. It might have been a little bit off-putting for the Alpine driver, but I'm sure if he was in the zone, he was focused enough. Maxi Block does look very good right now. Seems to have a lot of pace. I'm very confident actually, he seems to be. Really is pushing the track. We have a yellow flag for the Mercedes. I don't know if he's just slowed down or if he's moved out of the way. Jake the lad seems to have just moved out of the way. Yeah, very nice from him. As you go, Max, you've got coming to the line and going around the last corner. What is the first? What is going to be his sort of time? 1:16.8. That is very nice. Making those 1:16s is what we want to be seeing from these top 10. We then also have Fanthonius, who's just gone 300ths of a second quicker than Maxi Block. This is how I know it's going to be tight. Adman Trev in the Alpine also. Yeah, he's got a 1:17.4. As next to the line will be Tees in that Williams. Got a 1:17.4. Also, once again, only 200ths of a second off. But we do have Banter Brandon set a 1:16.4, sorry. Which is, oh look there, got a 1:16.3, 1/10 quicker than Banter Brandon. Wow, really showing some pace there. Noodler. I didn't think Banter Brandon was going to be touched in this qualifying, but Noodler showing me up there. As we do have Niels on a lap in that beautiful McLaren. I really do like this livery. Start sector 2 1:54.7. Quite a good sector 2 split actually. One of the quicker ones that we've seen halfway around these last 2 corners, which I think are very tricky to get the exit on, as they're quite round and you don't really know when to put your foot down on the throttle, but Neil seems to have done very well there. The 1:16 set and putting his McLaren into P3. Only 3/10 off of Banter Brandon's time. And a 10th quicker than Fanthonius in the Alpha Tauri. Jake the lad seems to have maybe put... he did spin. I think he might have spun. Is he going to go for it? Oh no. He might have done a cool down lap. I don't know. Maybe he spun. Anyway, he has put his car P6 with a 1:17.0. And I'm assuming we will see a much quicker lap from him as we get nearer the end of Q3. Niels will be making his way back into the pit. Jake the lad also probably on his in lap, as we now have Bad Boy Man, who will be starting his his quali lap. That is not going to count. I don't. What? How's that? Maybe it does. Yeah, it's counted. Okay, he's got a great exit there. He's going a bit wide. So we will be watching the Ferrari take on this very twisty track with some very high-speed corners. Ferrari is a very quick car, as we know. But is it very durable? Still have the lad, that's the yellow flag. Get the lad making his way around the track. Bad Boy Man is pushing his limits. His first lap in Q3. We won't see many people out on track now until the very later stages of Q3, as they will all want that last lap, the lap where the track is at its best. It's water, it's at the best temperature, it's had as much rubber on as possible, it's got the best grip, it's got what every driver wants, but only one of them can have that last lap. I do think that will be detrimental to this qualifying. Maxi Block has come out early, that's a 1:16.3 as well, only 200ths off of his teammate. That Ferrari, there's a Ferrari 1-2 currently, and they have some very, very quick laps. That is a phenomenal lap from Bad Boy Man. I did say he has something else to give to us, and he's shown it there. That is a great lap. Oh wow. That is a very, very good lap. We do have Maxi Block in the Alpine out now. I don't know if he'll be able to make it around for another lap, so it's either, I don't really You might be if we're doing it in case it invalidates. If we do have 2 other drivers out now, we do have. Oh no, that's Bad Boy Man coming through his old one, and Adman Trev, the other Alpine driver. But we do have cars coming out now off the pit lane. Maybe just in case they invalidate, which is quite smart, I think. So here we are, Maxi Block will be starting his lap. He needs to gain, what, 300ths of a second to get in front of Fantonius. And then a tenth and a bit just to get in front of Niels. This is a very, very tight qualifying we have here. 5 tenths separating 6 to P1. There is not much in between them. Oh, but Maxi Block just invalidates that very tricky left-hander. He's got plenty of time to get back round, so he's fine. But we do have Adman Trev, his teammate, on a lap now. But yeah, quite unlucky from the Alpine driver of Maxi Block, but he will have more than enough time to get on a lap in. Adman Trev, 300ths up on his time. He needs 4 attempts to move up a position on Jake the Lad in the Mercedes. But we know Jake the Lad has an unbelievable pace, and we definitely have a bit more in the locker that he hasn't shown us yet in Q3. As I have to, oh, that is riding the curb if I've ever seen it here from Adman Trev. Done very well to hold that there. I'm sure he didn't lose too much time. He's done quite well there to save that. He does make his way through the last few corners of Sector 3, around the last corner. Now, as you can see, he doesn't want to let off that throttle fully. He really does want to keep as much energy going through. Only 600ths quicker, so does not move up any positions. Unlucky for the Alpine driver there. We do have Saito on the lap in the middle of Sector 2 here. I would expect to see quite a sorry about that. Would expect to see quite a time improvement from Saito. Wait, no, he hasn't done a lap yet. So I would just expect to see quite a nice time. 54.5, which is quite a nice middle sector actually. Anyway, in the 54, low 54s is good. And he does make his way around the last sector 3, which I say there's a nice downforce, so he should be finding quite nice. A little bit easier than I think. He does make his way to the line with a 1:16.5, putting his Mercedes into P4. Not even a tenth, like 600ths of a second off of the Red Bull of Banter Brandon. That is a very nice little lap there. As we do see everyone now on the track. I don't even know where to look. When we look at Banter Brandon, the current championship leader has just started his lap. Can he put his car on pole? We did see him with a 1:16.2, which would put him on pole currently, but everyone is out on a lap. The Mercedes respectfully moving over there. We really do like that here at the RPL Team Racing. Is much appreciated, so that is nice. Niels has just crashed, I believe. We're going to stay on board with Banter Brandon. Hopefully we'll be able to see exactly what happened to Niels a little bit later on in Sector 3. Banter Brandon, though, he's going to be absolutely pushing the limits. Every driver on this track will be trying to touch every little crevice, every little part of this track, trying to make it as big as possible for them to get that exit that they need. As you see there, he just did snap out his back end a little bit there, but it is so good. He's 4 tenths up on his time. This could be in the 1:15s, which would be an unbelievable lap by the Red Bull driver. I completely forgot about Niels because I'm so mesmerised by this guy. This lap is phenomenal as he does make his way down the final straight with a 1:15.8, making him P1, current pole sitter, but Nula is also on a lap. We do have the Mercedes of Saito coming to the line now. I don't really know what happened. Is he on a lap? No, he's finished. So that is that. Jake the Lad is on the lap. We do have Newlet now. No, Bad Boy Man just making his way to the line. Oh, he's gone wider. How is that not invalidated? As he's been hit at the end by Fanthonius. He can't be there. He has just caused a collision. Oh my, everyone's crashing out. Someone's just got a 5th-place grid penalty. Jake the Lad puts his car P2. Oh my word, what has happened here at the end of Q3? This has ended in an absolute mess. Someone just got a 5th-place grid penalty. I did not see who it was. But oh my word, what a qualifying. And that is it. I think. Who's out? Oh, we're just waiting for Newlet to get into the pit. So yeah, that is it. You have Banter Brandon on pole. Well, a phenomenal 1:15.8. That is an unbelievable lap by the Red Bull driver and the current championship leader. I have no idea what's just happened. I've seen the AlphaTauri spin. Rob J. The AlphaTauri was spun, and I don't know. I think they're just all piled up after the finish line there. Fanthonius has been given a 5th-place grid penalty, which I think is quite respectable considering he has someone has crashed into him there at the end as he's sat just in front of the finish line. So he will be starting P13. Banter Brandon here taking pole, which will be crucial. Jake the Lad in P2, 1/10 quicker than his rival in the championship currently for P2, Newlet. And then the second is Ferrari teammate Bad Boy Man in 4th, Cyclo in the Mercedes in 5th, the Alpine of Maxi Block in 6th. I don't remember the rest, but we will be seeing a different grid here as Fanthonius will be moving down. So I believe one of the Haas drivers will be making their way into the top 10, which will be very good for them. I'm sure they'll be very happy with that outcome. But yes, we will be making our way into the race now. This is going to be a very, very interesting race. Very hard to overtake on, but the opportunities are there, and if they're done well, they look amazing, and they just are good. There's some very good opportunities to overtake, but you just have to time it right and follow your driver closely and wait for a mistake. That will be what a lot of the drivers will be hoping to happen. You'll be expecting Jake the Lad to want to get a phenomenal start and get ahead of Banter Brandon, mainly so that he can keep Newlet behind him. This will be a very interesting race. Hoping, and we can't forget we do have Ifni in the Red Bull, trying to make his way from P19 and see if he can do any damage when he is also fighting for P2 in this championship. So let's see what tyres everyone is on actually. Tyre, we do have Banter Brandon starting on the hards, which will give Jake the Lad hopefully a better start. Hopefully he can get away is what he'll be looking for. Newlet also on the hard, so Jake the Lad will really want to get away from these drivers now as quick as possible, I'm sure. And just gain as much time, get the biggest gap as possible between him and Newlet. Bad Boy Man also on the mediums, so he'll be looking for some early overtakes. Cyclo on the hards, Maxi Block also on the mediums. We have a very mixed grid here. Neil's completing the top 10 of hard drivers. We do have 4 hard drivers in the top 10. The Williams of T's and P8, which is phenomenal qualifying for him in a Williams. Abman Trev in the Alpine, taking P9, also on medium tyres. Joy Lad, because of the penalty for Fanthonius, has moved his way up into P10 in that Haas. Also mediums, Zetu on the mediums. The 2 AlphaTauris are now found themselves next to each other because of the 5-place grid penalty for Fanthonius. Kieran and Liam just ahead on the hards. Fanthonius on the mediums. Alvaro on the Alfa Romeo in P14. Joylad has been disqualified along with Kieran. I believe that would have been for contact. I don't really know how, considering there's a gap between them, but we'll have to see. Rick Van Velden, after a retirement in Q2, finds himself P15 in that McLaren. I would expect to see some positions gains from him. The Aston Martin of Suss and his teammates starting on hard in P16 and 17. Rob J. Lewis in the Williams, also on hards in P18. Oh, we have more drivers disqualified, making their way onto the grid. And Ifney on mediums at the back in that Red Bull, which we will hopefully see make some absolutely phenomenal moves. As all drivers are now lined up on the grid, ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Ifney is also disqualified, so we'll be set back a little bit. But here we are, the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. Banter Brandon gets quite a nice start. Jake the lad just behind. Oh, yeah, Banter Brandon has got a phenomenal start. Bad Boy Man is going down the inside here. Oh, and there's contact. There's contact. And now he's going 3 wide. Down to the end of the pit straight. Oh, wow. Müller is dropping places. Maxi Block has got a phenomenal start. And is that a safety car? Have we got a safety car? These cars at the back now. Kieran, right at the back. I don't think he started. Cyclo is out of the race. Going to the first corner. I have no idea what happened. Rob J. Lewis. I don't know if he's... Does anyone have damage? It is a full safety car after the first corner there. I have absolutely no clue what happened. Panthonius has his wing. Everyone's got their wings. I don't know if anyone's got damage. And oh my word, what a start from Ifney. Straight up into P8. That is a phenomenal start from P19. That is a phenomenal start. From P19 up to P8. We do have a safety car after the first corner, and we do see the Mercedes of Cyclo out of the race. Getting told the right. But we do have Banter Brandon kept his lead of well, I can't argue with it. It was a phenomenal start from him, and he did get clearance from Jake the lad in P2 in that Merc, but that gap has gone now because of the safety car. Jake the lad P2, which is probably what he would have hoped for, as long as he didn't go down. Maxi Block into P3, which is also ideal to have 2 cars in between him and Jake the lad and Newlet now. Maxi Block did get a very nice start for himself. I am going to get up. One of the position changes, yeah. So Maxi Block went up 3 positions, which is a phenomenal start from him. Bad Boy Man stayed the same, which I'm sure I'll be quite happy with. Newlet up down 2, which on hard you would expect. Not too surprised about that, and I'm sure as long as he can keep on, tag along to his teammate Bad Boy Man, he won't be too sad about that. Abman Trev with quite a nice start, up 3 positions. Ifney, undoubtedly a phenomenal start. And we do see Nils dropping down. I don't really like this. Oh, he's just... He has to get the position back, that's cool. Ifney get a phenomenal start, 12 positions within the first corner. I have absolutely no clue what happened, but Jesus, that is a great lap. It's Leto up 3 positions as well, which is very nice for the Haas driver. And I'm sure their team will be very happy with that. Nils down 2 positions, and then McLaren, which isn't too bad considering he is on the hard tyres. Geordie lad staying the same P10, and the points with the Hashes I think he'd be happy with. Rick Van Velden, like I said, I'd be expecting him to find some places, and he has. He's found 4 through that first corner. Tees makes his way into the pit. Maybe he had damage. I'm not too sure. He will be replacing these hards for medium tyres, as Kieran does also pit. Both getting their wings changed, actually. So yeah, they probably had damage. Alvaro made 2 positions. The driver in the Aston Martin made 4. Panthonius lost 1. after his grid pace penalty, and then the start. Suss gained 1 and Rob Jello's getting 2, probably from the pits. And then obviously T's at the bottom, and Kieran and Liam lost 9 and 6 due to pitting. So hopefully we'll get this race away very shortly, because no one really likes to watch a safety car, let's be honest. It's not fun. But hopefully it will come in soon. It'll be a very interesting race. I do feel like Banter Brennan might just run away with it. Yeah, showing a lot more pace. All round. Is it coming in this lap? I don't think it is. Is it another lap? Oh, it's... Oh, no, it is. Oh. That is not what I wanted to see. Let's go through the football scores. The Champions League is just kicking off at half-time. We do have Liverpool leading Ajax 1-0. Bayern Munich leading Barcelona away 2-0. Rangers 2-0 up against Rangers at home. Tottenham and 1-0 down to Sporting at home. Atletico Madrid a 2-1 down to Leverkusen at home. Frankfurt a 2-1 up against Marseille at home. And that's it. Some big games being played. This is definitely going to be interesting now, because we do have a Mercedes out of the picture, which, well, Psycho did show some very good pace. And it's definitely not the start he would have wanted, I'm sure. The FIA and the leader of the FIA will have some videos to be looking at after this race to really find out what happened there. I'm really hoping that it's in this lap, because I want to see some racing, and I'm sure everyone watching does as well. We want to get this race underway. We want to see some overtakes. We want to see some side-to-side racing, wheel-to-wheel. Safety car is in this lap. That has put a grin on my face. Let me sit up in my chair. Let's see how well Banter Brandon can get away from Jake the Lad on this restart, but we do know Jake the Lad is on mediums and will not make this easy for the Red Bull driver. Cycler has put a video in actually, so I'm going to watch it quickly so we can have a little see what happened. It was just a really messy start, it looks, and someone's gone down his inside, and yeah, it just looked like one of the messy starts at a track. Someone's gone pushed down the inside as Banter Brandon does get underway, and he's made a second gap already on that first straight to Jake the Lad. And we do have Maxi Block very close behind Jake the Lad. He's not going to make this easy. Oh, he's going to stay behind. He's going to stay tight as well. Nula is 1.4 seconds away now. That Nula is 1.4 seconds away now on those hards, which I'm sure he did not want, and he does have Adman Trev behind on the mediums. He's going to be trying to keep as many positions as possible now. He will struggle. Niels, has he spun? He's just let everyone go. Has he got damage? I don't know what's happened here, but now we do have the two McLarens together. I'm going to keep tyres on. Banter Brandon has cleared a second now, which will make him very comfortable. But then Jake has also cleared a second from Maxi Block, who's got the breath of Bad Boy Man down his neck in the Ferrari. and the Ferrari will be wanting positions. He'll be wanting to push and push, getting away from his teammate on the hards, which you would expect. That man Trev in the Alpine really trying to keep up with him, but will struggle. Well, he's on the medium, so should be pushing really, but he's just out of a second now. If in that Red Bull, we will be seeing if he can make any more positions now. I don't know what's happened to these two McLarens. I swear they were a little bit higher. T's has gone up again, a couple positions, since that restart. Yes, Darwin Núñez has just scored, by the way, if anyone wants to know. Oh, it's a very tight battle now. Bad Boy Man is just behind Maxi Block. As we are going to go on board to watch this battle. Let's see if he can make the move on the straight. I believe next lap DRS will be enabled. He's so close now. He's so close to this Alpine. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to get past him and move on to the Mercedes of Jake the Lad. And it looks like he's going to get a better exit. He's going to use his ERS. He's going to really push this position on the Alpine. The Alpine seems to have quite nice straight line speed here. Keith fending off the Ferrari. And he's going to be stuck behind probably for another lap unless we do see a mistake from the Alpine. We do have a yellow. The McLaren is going to go for a move on the Aston Martin. It just doesn't get the exit on those medium tyres, but I'm sure he's going to want to make that move soon to really make the most of these medium tyres because they will drop off very quickly. There is a car off the track. Just on the right here is the Alpine. What car is that? Oh, it's Rob J. Lewis on the softs. When did he get onto softs? We do go up to watch Bad Boy Man. Still just parked behind this Alpine of Maxi Block, and I'm sure he's going to slowly start to get more and more frustrated. Rob J. Lewis's wing is done. But DRS is now here. Probably going to be very helpful for the Ferrari to get this position. He's going to try and have a look down and around the outside. Or is he going to go for the switchback? He's going to try and go for the better exit. But the Alpine has got some phenomenal straight line speed. It's going to make it very difficult for this Ferrari to get that position. Now it's Antonius now on the back of Zetu. There's no move being done there. Ifni still sticking behind Adman Trev. Bad Boy Man is going to want to make this move as soon as possible, as Jake the Lad is 1.6 seconds up the road. But that is coming down. Oh, as that move is going down the inside, that's a very tricky corner to make a move on. They're touching wheels, but the Alpine does keep the position. Oh, that was very tight racing there. That was very good from the both of them. None of them getting any damage, none of them getting off track, but that does have left Nula now back into this race. On those hard tyres, he will have DRS now, and this will be very good for him. Especially being on those hard tyres, and Jake the Lad only being 1.6, oh no, 3 seconds up the road from there now. So, Maxi Block once again having to defend from the Ferrari, both of them using up their ERS, sorry. Only the Ferrari getting the DRS, but that's so close. That Alpine has such good straight line speed. The Ferrari is really struggling. As Nula is hanging on the back as best he can, but they are getting away on those mediums. He will just have to wait for that to die down. Ifni is also struggling behind an Alpine. Yeah, it's a common thing. Antonius, oh my god. Right, 3 second penalty for Ifni in the Red Bull is probably for track limits. Too many warnings there, but as you can see, Antonius is really putting the pressure on the Haas now. Is he going to dive down the inside? No, he's not. He thought twice, and that's a smart move from him. Antonius is really putting the pressure on us. 3-second time penalty for the driver as well in the Aston Martin. You can clearly see that Antonius is quicker than the Haas here. Will he make the move? What's he going to do? Who's that? Rob J. I have no idea. Probably. He's just so close. Banter Brandon with the fastest lap on those hards. He's in a race of his own, isn't he? He's in a league of his own. He's just enjoying it. Will Antonius be able to get past this Haas? Badman is still behind Maxi Block. The Haas is moving over. Oh, does the Alpha Tower have enough straight line speed? He will be trying to go around the outside. Oh, I know he's thought about it again. Trying to get a better exit, and I don't think it's going to happen now. Ifney's still behind the Alpine. Antonius, he's just struggling. Rob J. Lewis has retired from the session. He's gone to the pit lane. You don't really want to see that, but you know, in some races it's got to be. Antonius is literally pushing the back of this Haas. This is the closest battle on track, apart from maybe Bad Boy and Maxi Box, which are just his height. And we also have Ifney and Adman Trev. These Alpines are really causing some problems here. We will watch Badman. Oh, such good fights. I don't know who to watch. So it's exciting, boys. We do see. It's so close, isn't it? This is going to be very interesting to see when this move can be made. Bad Boy Man is going to be looking for a better exit on this Alpine. Rob J. Lewis says his rear wing was damaged. His car was undrivable. It happens in some races. We're going to have to move on to the next one. Rob J. Unlucky. Jordy Lad makes a move. Ifney has spun it. Has he? Is it? What is it? Is it a VSC? Maybe. I think that might be a VSC. Oh, it's a full safety car. What? Have I missed something? I'm so confused. That's a full safety car. Oh. No, what? Oh, that's another safety car. Now we will see some strategy come into play. Will we see the medium runners now come in and try and go for the rest on the hards? Will we see any hard drivers take the gamble as well? I really doubt it. But we do see sus pit for the hards. The Aston Martin. But yes, this is going to be interesting as the front runners now start to make their way. Jake that lad does pit, so we'll be changing those mediums out and reduce the rest of the medium runners following behind him. I do not blame them at all. This is pretty much a free pit. They will just be stuck behind Newlet and Banter Brandon. But I don't really see that being stuck behind because them two do have really good pace, and now they are a pit stop behind. Yeah, we do see all the medium runners pit. Anyone who comes up behind, please not be as happy. But no one's going to come up behind Peter, I don't think. Maybe the Haas driver. Oh, he's going to hit Peter's pushing to get in front of as many drivers as possible. He does it. He does get in front of the Haas. Anyone else? No, that looks to be it. Oh, what? He's made an overtake? No. Okay, cool. I thought he was making an overtake there. T's back into the top 10. Getting points like Williams. Oh, I never doubted him, to be honest. Ifney in P8. Nice bid start P19. We do have two DNF drivers, Rob J. Lewis and Cyclo. Banter Brandon is... I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's happened to him. Why isn't he in front of the safety car? He is still P1 on my screen, but he's not in front of the safety car. So I don't really know what's going on here. This doesn't seem right. I'm quite confused. I don't know what's going on. The Banter Brandon's gone ahead again, and he's already clear, so we do have another safety car. And well, we'll see what happens. The Nuda and Banter both have to pit. We are probably going to wait for the Aston Martin to catch up with Sus. Hopefully, I don't understand how Banter Brandon's gone so far ahead. Has been allowed in front of the safety car. Quite confusing. Yeah, I know. I don't understand. How have you gone so clear, Banter Brandon? I don't really know what to tell you to do. You've got clear advantage, don't you? He is, safety car is in this lap, but Banter Brandon's clear of it, so he's clear. Apparently, on some people's screen, he's not even in the race. I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, he's just run the game. He's too quick. Don't really know how this has happened, but we do get a restart now. As you see, Nulet leading. Cyclo just behind on the Jake the lad, sorry, just behind on the fresher hards. Maxi Block just behind, and Bad Boy Man also behind. Maxi Block still. We do see T's move up. Just above Anthonius now, but Anthonius coming down the inside. Oh, he's made that gap very small for him. Tees has not left too much room there, but Anthonius does make the move and get his position back. That was very tight, very good racing, but I feel like Banter Brandon might be waiting for him. I don't know what's going on over there. Have a little look. Yeah, he's just going slow. Sus has retired. Has he gone off? I have no idea. Mila is making his way around the track now. Banter Brandon has waited. That's very nice of course. Are you being serious? What? Oh my. There's been another safety car because Sus has crashed. I have no idea. Nulet does make his way into the pit. I don't know if it's because Sus crashed and there's a yellow flag for Banter Brandon as well, but that's another safety car. And Nulet's going to lose all of his positions now, so he'll find himself dead last for pit, but he'll be on mediums. Hopefully the Banter Brandon won't be allowed to overtake this time. Okay, it doesn't look like he can. So the race is back to normal, and Banter Brandon is the only one left to pit, I believe. So, yeah. This has been an interesting first 15 laps. This is a third safety car, so Liverpool are 3-0 up now. away from home against Ajax. Down to Brandon. Does need to pit, as I said. Jake the lad does not, so he's in a good shout now for the win. Actually, Maxi Block also does not. He's the only one left to pit. So the running order, apart from that, we do see Nula at the back though, fresh mediums, which was an interesting decision. So now he has to make his way back through the grid from what was P2. So yeah, I see position changes because this has been a very interesting race, and well, everyone's changed, haven't they? If anyone's still the same, I'll be very impressed. So Bant Brennan and Gina Lad obviously are still the same. We could have Maxi Block up 3. Bad Boy Matt has maintained in P4. Jory Lad is up 5. Adman Trev up 3. Ifni up 12. Antonio has moved up 5, but only to where he was before. Banter Brandon has chosen to pit, so will find himself also P16. Tees has kept P8. And the Williams, Zetu in P9, Alvaro P10. He's gone up 4 places, Zetu's gone 2, sorry. Niels has gone down 4. Kieran and Liam have maintained their position at AlphaTauri. Rick Van Velden up 2. The driver up 3, and we do have Nula and Bant Brown who just pitted to fresh mediums. To 12 places down, 15 down. Bant Brown that probably has ruined your race. Yeah, I have no idea what's happened, mate. It's just not ideal. It's going to be a push for you now to get anywhere, to be honest. But I'm sure you've got the pace to do it. If anyone on this track does, coming from P16 to P1 in 20 laps, you know, Bant Brown has got the pace, doesn't he? He does have to make it his way past Nula first, though, on those fresh mediums. The driver also 5-lap old mediums. We do also have Niels and the McLaren on 8-lap old mediums, and I think they're going to struggle by the end of the race. We do have the safety car coming in this lap, which, you know, we all have a little grin on our face when we see that. So yeah, we will see as you see all the cars swerving there, trying to get as much heat into those tyres as possible. As we all know, on F1 22, heating tyres, especially the hards, it's so difficult, especially to get them at the optimum before, you know, your lap starts after a safety car. So how early will Jake the Lad go for this? The safety car is in the pit lane. Jake the Lad has the freedom to go whenever, and he's gone early to make that corner, and he has not fully got away from the Alpine here, and we know the Alpine has got pace, as we do see him chasing him down. The Alpine closing the gap to 3/10. Maxi Block is very close, sorry, I did not mean to do that. The Mercedes, we do see Banter Brandon moving up, as well as Nula, many of positions. We will have a little look at that in a second. As we do make our way down, we're going to go one at a time just to see the battles, and here we are, we found the group. Kieran holding up Nula, Banter Brandon also behind. Kieran has got a job on his hand to keep these points. He's currently in P10, but with Banter Brandon and Nula behind, they are not going to want to be patient, as Banter Brandon is going to be looking for any position he can get as quick as possible. He really does want to be making the most of these tyres. We will go on board with Banter Brandon to watch his battle, as Nula he's just looking for any gap he can find. He really does want to make this position, and they're both being held up now, which is then oh my god, this move after move. Oh, there's contact there, but the position has been made, which then left Kieran also open from a move from Banter Brandon. Nula now going to be under pressure from Banter Brandon, just behind in the Red Bull, who is going to have some top speed, as we probably assumed, going down the straight. We do have a yellow flag. Alvaro has spun it. Hopefully this won't be a safety car, but it's not. Oh, we do see a move. Banter Brandon has made the move on Nula, And now he's got the pressure a little bit that he wanted, just to hunt down. He's going to be on a hunt, and he's going to use his pace to get Niels, and then the rest of them. We will see this man push and push now, as we do see Ifni on the back of Antonius. Not a big gap between them. Jake the Lad is making a gap now, and that is exactly what he would want to be seeing. Any mistake from Maxi Block will take him out of a second, and that is it. Jake the Lad is a second clear, which is exactly what he wanted. Bad Boy Man has got... It's still just staring at the gearbox of the Alpine, which he's going to be fed up of looking at. He will be, because he's been stuck behind him all race. That straight line speed of the Alpine has really caused him problems today. The same with Antonius. He's been stuck behind an Alpine. It is a common thing. The DRS is enabled now. Maxi Block has made his way back in. Both on similar ERS levels. So that does make interest as Max Block goes up his straight line speed. We will see a little bit further down. Newlip being this far back is phenomenal for Jake the Lad in the championship. Banter Brandon will be trying to he's caught up himself back up into traffic. It's not what he'd want, but you know, he'll make light work of trying to get through. We are going to stay on board with Banter Brandon and see what he can do over this next lap, making positions. Antonius has got a penalty which is going to be crucial. As he does go off there. Ifni went off there, sorry. Ifni went wide. Who's that? Oh, Niels has gone off. Niels has gone off. What's happened there? I think he just spun it there on the curb. As we also have a Haas going slow. What is this? No! Oh. That's another safety car. Yeah. That's another safety car. That is not what we wanted to see. This is safety car after safety car. Yeah. So we have seen Banter, Brandon and Nula make their way up the standings from P16. Niels has now moved down to P16 and is in the pit. The driver also in the pit. Yes. Yeah. Alvar. Oh, the driver on softs. That is interesting, to say the least. 15 laps. He's not making it to the end. Yeah, there's no chance. So I would not be surprised if he goes around and pits again. If he makes it to the end on those, I'll be so impressed, honestly. But this track is awful. That third tyre where the fast corners really melt them away. And the softs are painful, you cannot last in them. We do see the last two runners here on the mediums. Banter Brandon has made up a few positions and now has his Red Bull teammate in front. Will we see a bit of team orders here? Well, if we let him go and try and hold up Nula as much as possible. Jake the Lad has now lost his second clearance, which he would have loved to have seen. Haas of Geordie Lad in P4. That is phenomenal. I didn't really notice that at first. That's really good for the Haas driver of the Geordie Lad. I'm really hoping that we can go the last 15 laps with no more safety car. It doesn't look like it's going to be happening, to be honest. But I'd really hope so. There is a chance for very high point scoring here for the Alpine in P3 and P5. And their straight line speed is making it very, very difficult for anyone to overtake them. Oh, you see that bad boy man did make the move on Maxi block. I don't know when that happened, but I'm sure bad boy man is relieved to no longer have to sit there and look at the back of that Alpine. I'm really hoping that the safety car is in this lap. I know it's going to be a tricky track. Didn't expect as many safety cars, but it does happen. There's always those races, and you just got to sit by and watch them. Appreciate the good times when they're racing. And while they have been racing, there's been some very nice overtakes. Anthonius being one of them, down the inside at the end of the second straight. It's a lovely little overtake there that comes to mind. And as I said, this is a tricky track, and now everyone's going to be wanting that heat in their tyres, because no heat is very difficult to make any corner properly, make any braking zone, and well, you'll see every driver just weaving side to side. As that goes at the same point again, getting that exit of that corner and then making that corner as usual. He does get 6 tenths lead, which is lovely. 5 tenths that does go down the straight. Bad boy man, Maxi block following. We don't see any movement currently. We will have a look at Banter Brandon, because I'm sure he'll be making some sort of dive or whatever to try and get any sort of move. Rick Van got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. What's he gone to the pit lane for? Interesting. But as I said, Banter Brand has made 2 moves. He did get the position from Ifni, who I'm sure is going to be holding up now, and has made the move on the Williams of Keys, which I'm sure he's very happy with, and now to move on to his next prey, being the Alpha Tauri of Antonius. As he does go wide, so I'm sure Banter Brandon is licking his lips to this opportunity, and he does make it happen. He is taking advantage of that mistake, and now Tease is in for a challenge. Oh, it's on the wrong way, and does get Alpha Tauri. This Alpha Tauri is all out of shape now, and it's been opened up to move after move, and I'm sure Ifni is going to be trying to make a move here as well. Antonius is really trying to keep this position using all of his DRS. He's closed off that inside, which is a very interesting manoeuvre, but it was his corner. He's going the wrong way. Ifni on the back of Alpha Tauri, his tyres must be shot. He is really, really struggling with these back tyres. As you can see, his back end was just moving around there, and the Ferrari of Muller does not want to stay behind him for too much longer. The Red Bull moves tactically there to make sure there's no room for that Ferrari. Oh, and there is some argy-bargy there between Antonius and Muller. Muller does make the move. And the Alpha Tauri is all out of shape. He does now have his team at time 2 seconds down the road, so I'm sure he's not looking there. He needs to calm himself down and just get his car under control, which I'm sure I'll be looking to do now, and just sticking to the back of whoever he can, try and make up positions where and when he can. I do see Muller still behind Ifni, which we did assume would happen. Banter Brandon behind an Alpine, which we've known has been trouble, but let's see what the Red Bull can make of it. Will it be light work, or will he also struggle in that straight line, which I suspect will not. Wow, and he does make the move early, even before the straight, so we will not know. The Banter Brandon makes that move, and it's a phenomenal move down the inside in sector 3, and does leave enough space for the Alpine to come back at him. And they're going side by side, but he does make the move stick. And that Red Bull is unbelievable. It has got unbelievable pace with Banter Brandon at the wheel, as we try and make a move on the Haas, but only can use DRS, as DRS has only just been enabled. And it is tight, and he does go down the inside, and there we are. Banter Brandon straight back up into 4th. This man's got unbelievable pace, and now 2 seconds down the road we do find Maxi block trying to catch up and stay on the back of Bad Boy Man, who has also drifted a second out of the leader of this race, Jake the Lad. Well, I must say, it drove quite a good race. Ifney also has shown some very good pace from starting dead last with his engine penalty to now being P8, but he does have a time penalty, and so is Antonius behind. So if we can keep Nula in, Nula won't want to stay. Oh, has been contact made there. Nula will not want to stay behind these two. He will want to make his positions up and fast on those mediums because they will die off. And we saw that before. These mediums will die off. And P10 for Nula is not what he'll be looking for. Jake the lad will be very happy if he can keep this P1. 10 more laps. Oh no, there's been a crash. Here's Niels. Niels is out. Let's have a little look. Let's have Ricky goes past. No! Roulette's retired. Nula has retired. We do see. Yeah, it just looks like he's spun there. Has Nula. What's happened to Nula? He's just given up. Honestly, I would not be surprised. I wonder what Rick. I kind of want to go down the straight to see if what happened. The car's gone now. Well, Jay the lad will be very happy to see that notification come on his screen that there has been the retirement of Nula, who has also left the session. We do have Jake the lad. Oh, he's going to go into the pit. Probably because he knows there's going to be another safety car. We do see Bad Boy Man stay out. We do have Maxi Blot enter the pit. Banter Brandon now. This is very nice of him actually. On those mediums, we don't see many more people pit. Has Jake the lad just lost the lead? Will he be able to make these positions back? Or did he know he's going to lose it to Banter Brandon? He's now P8. Maxi Box also pitted. Ifney's pitted. Kieran pitted. Zetu pitted. The driver. And Rick Van Velden has pitted. All on softs. From 8 to P14, all on softs. And we go up the grid from P7 to P3, old hard tyres, ranging from 14 to 16 lap old. In P2 we have the Red Bull of Banter Brandon on 10 lap old mediums, and in P1 currently in the Ferrari Banter Brandon, oh no, Bad Boy Man on 14 lap old hards. He will be very open to the mediums of Banter Brandon. Yeah, if we think about it, there have been many safety cars, so those tyres should not be too done in just yet, but shortly. Will be sorted. We do have a very mixed grid. Alvaro's found his way back into the top 10 now because of the pits. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. We could see a very interesting last few laps of this race. We will see very aggressive moves, probably from these soft runners, especially Jake the lad, who will be wanting to make up positions to find himself near to where he was before on that podium. I think he'd be very happy with a podium. The way he's drove today, he deserves it. He's just been consistent and he's just kept his pace up and trying to keep his car out of any trouble. He's done it quite nicely. And all these safety cars, well, no, I don't think any of the drivers will be happy. I'm sure they're all fed up at this point. Everyone, I mean, I'm sure they want the race to be done by now, to be honest. But, you know, it happens. The game's the game. And, we'll see the hard drivers be slowing down a lot more. And I'm sure Bad Boy Man will definitely slow his pack up to give himself time to get those heat into his tyres, because Banner Brandon does not need it as much on those mediums. But those soft runners, well, they won't need it either. They'll heat up in no time, won't they? So it will be very interesting. I'm really hoping it's in this lap and we don't have another safety car. Would be lovely, but I mean, I feel like any yellow flag right now is setting it off, which happens. So let's just hope we get that notification saying it's in this lap. Yes, that's what we wanted to see. So we do get this race underway on lap 27. The safety car will pull into the pits, and we do have a new leader taking the safety car. Bad boy man in the Ferrari. The safety car, you see that the Ferrari's a lot further ahead than Jake the Lad was when he restarted. Jake the Lad already restarted by now. But bad boy man left it to the exit and has pulled. He's like got a 6/10 gap on the medium runner of Banter Brandon. I'd be quite happy with that start in the Ferrari, especially when excuse me, especially when Banter Brandon is on those mediums. But we do see Fantonius moving up in position. And we'll have Adman Trev down his inside. Moves out wide. Adman Trev late breaks very late. And the AlphaTauri has just got in the middle of it. As he now finds the other. Always pushed him wide. This is an absolute mess. And that is another crash. And is that another safety car? Wouldn't be surprised. It's just the way it happens. We do see Jake the Lad go wide there. He's lost a few positions since this restart. Maxi block. Fantonius keeps moving side to side, weaving, making it hard for Maxi block on those soft tyres to make any manoeuvre. We do see another yellow flag, but I'm praying that we don't see another safety car, to be honest. Maxi block will be wanting to make a move around this hard runner. Oh no, oh no. Oh, pit again. Honestly, everyone's getting a pit. Everyone start fresh on the soft tyres, I beg. I don't even. Stop crashing. No one pits. I'm not actually surprised. Restart after restart. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people out of the race. Jake the Lad is not going to be happy now, being P9. I did see him go wide. I could not tell you why. But yeah, as we have another safety car, I have nothing to say anymore. This is not how the RPL usually is. It's a lot cleaner. It's just a tricky track, and sometimes these races happen. There is an SC glitch going on currently. Literally every yellow flag with a safety car is really not ideal for anyone. These races are just as bored as I am, probably. After every yellow flag, and there's gonna be yellow flags. It's just a safety car. What's just happened? Why is George Lad moved all the way down and all the way back up? What is going on? Rick Van Velden finding his way back into the pit, as we also see Jake I don't know. Adman Trev into the pit. I have. Geordie Lad is moving forward and back, forward and back. I have no idea. So I'm sure Maxi Block, Ifney and Jake the Lad especially will be looking for these early moves from Geordie Lad, Frantonius and teasing the Williams has made his way up into P3. If he can hold on to a podium, this will be unbelievable for him. Honestly, I'm quite intrigued to see how Banter Brandon's tyres are doing because, I mean, he hasn't really raced on them yet. Not for long anyway. So he might still have quite a bit of pace in them. We'll have to see. 5 laps left. I really, really hope we don't have another safety car. But yeah, will we get that, yes, that's what we like. From race control, safety car is in this lap. Bad Boy Man once again leading. Will we see a different start this time? Will we see a later start? Will we see an earlier start? It interests me when someone starts a safety car. Will he mix it up? Geordie Lad got a 5-second penalty for a collision with Fantonius. That'll probably get looked at. I can't lie. The Hast is making his way into the pit lane, so Geordie Lad has got damage, I'm going to assume. As we do get underway, Bad Boy Man is gone. Geordie Lad retired in the pit lane. Maxi Block and Fantonius is gone. What's happened there? Oh my, I have no idea. But it wouldn't surprise me if the safety car decides to come out again because it's just the way it likes. Well, if you just stay in the race, guys, you get points. We do have Ifney making a move on Tease here, but Tease is right up behind and might be looking for a move back down the inside. He does not go for it. It's probably for the best idea because Tease is getting points, and good points that is for the Williams team. Jake the Lad is going to be making a move on Tease as well on those soft tyres against those hards, and I'm sure Tease is just going to be holding on to wherever he can, considering he is on hard tyres and probably is struggling to grip. As Tease, Jake the Lad has made a phenomenal move that I didn't even know what to say. I had no idea what was going to happen, but it is a phenomenal move, and the Williams is still fighting back for it. For any points he can get, he's gone wide, and there we are. That is the move for Jake the Lad, moving up these points. He will be looking at Ifney now in the Red Bull and hoping to overtake him as well. Zetu will also be looking at Tease and trying to make any move he can for the last 3 laps. Can Tease hold on? Banter Brandon very close up behind Bad Boy Man on those hards to those mediums, and Ifney also on the softs very close behind. I have no idea who's going to win this race, honestly. Ifney is very close behind, and he's on the fresher, softest tyre. Will they die off before the end of the race? I actually don't know. It is going to be very tricky. For Bad Boy Man, especially on those hard tyres, we have all 3 tyres in the top 3, and in a range of different variety of how many laps, and we have no idea who will win this. Banter Brandon, we know, has had phenomenal pace throughout the entire race, and has looked strong and looked like winning until every safety car has happened. Ifney now though, coming from P19, he does have a 3-second penalty, so I don't know if he'll be able to get the win off track, but on track it looks plausible. It really does on those soft tyres. He just needs to keep up with the fastest people on track, and if he can do that, I'm sure But yes, Ifney, it's tight between these top three, and Jake the Lad is now caught up as well. There is DRS train from P1 to P4, all battling for the win here. Zetu probably trying to get this P5 off of P's, but Adman Trev has been let go through. Sorry. Has been let through. Rick Van Velden has DNF. How? If it was a safety car, I'd... so annoyed. Okay, good. So we do have a gap from the P1 to P4 in a train. We have P5 to P8 in a train. So this can be very interesting. P1 and P5 to be decided. Jake the Lad has made a move on Ifney, but Ifney is not going to let us go easily. Ifney back down the inside. This battling will cost him time to the front too. Jake the Lad had to cede the position to the Red Bull driver, but will not give up. We know Jake the Lad has showed phenomenal pace and has looked like winning this race for so many laps. After Banter Brandon's pit in, aside from the fact we did look like Jake the Lad was going to win this race. We are going to be making it through to the second to last lap. As we do see Tees, he's not got away. I did not mean to say that, but he has got Adman Trev really pushing him along now. His tyres are so much fresher. He's going to be, is he going to go for the move down this fast left-hander? He's just trying to apply the pressure, trying to force any mistake he can from the Williams driver, but we do know that he is cool, calm and collected. Adman Trev does have the freshest of the freshest tyres on this track and the softest. You would think he would have a huge advantage over Pete here. I would not be surprised if he made the move, but as the front four do slowly make their way around sector 3, as it is a quite slow sector, we will see he does make his way onto the straight. Banter Brandon right behind, opening the DRS, and does see the Ferrari flashing, and you would assume now this is when Banter Brandon retakes the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and he does. But will he be open now? No, he's still got the DRS. Ifney now overtaken Jake the Lad, and he's made that move stick and will now be chasing down. Also seeing the Ferrari flashing in front. This is the final lap of the race. Adman Trev going to go around the outside of the Williams. No, he's going to go for the switchback instead. Can he make the move stick? Oh, they touched wheels. And now he's going around the outside. And he's being pushed off the track. He's really pushing for this position. He's just doing anything he can to keep it. Oh wow, this is phenomenal racing. It's been some real side-by-side action. The laps that we have had here in Hungary have been really good racing. And we do see Adman Trev. He's trying everything he can. He's gone for going around the outside, going down the inside, switchbacks. He's everything, and Keys has just done phenomenally. He's had great defending, using all of the DRS now. As we do make our way through the last corners, Banter Brandon making his way now through the last corner of the race. We do have an incident in sector 3, but no one's off. Banter Brandon wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, followed by Bad Boy Man, Jake the Lad, and then Ifney. As we see Tees coming out of the last corner in P5, Zetu P6, Kieran and Liam in the AlphaTauri in P7, the Aston Martin in P8, who would have started, I believe, 17th, and Adman Trev in the Alpine coming home in P9. We did not have as many people as we would have liked to finish this race, but that was, well, it was a race, wasn't it, really? There was quite a lot of up and downs we had. We really did have a race. The safety cars were frustrating, to say the least, and there was a lot of them, and, well, I'm sure no one liked it, but Banter Brandon came out on top once again. Bad Boy Man with P2, and I'm sure Jake the Lad isn't the happiest man in the world, but he's still content with his P3 getting the podium that he definitely did deserve. He showed phenomenal pace today. as we wait, as we do see Banter Brandon just spraying the champagne everywhere, celebrating his win. That is a incredible last few laps for what was quite a on and off race. Even after the 3-second penalty, we do see Ifney in P4, teasing the Williams, getting big points there for his Williams team. Zetu in P6 on the Haas, which is nice for them. AlphaTauri getting points. Alpine getting points as well in P8. The driver of the Aston Martin getting points, which I'm sure they're happy with. My driver of the day will have to go to Ifney today. He started from P19, making his way up to P4, and well, from what I saw, he had quite a very nice, clean race. So I'm going to have to give it to him today. I'm not going to do interviews today. I really don't want to. After that, anyway. Yeah, Ifney, you are my driver of the day. I'd like to thank you all for watching and tuning in today to the Hungary race. We did have Banter Brandon, started on pole, finished in P1. Solid race from him all round. Make sure you follow, you add us on Discord if you want any interest in joining the league. And we'll be live same time next week. Thank you.